the first one?
No, we didn't see the first one. It's episode 5 where it has the Celtics-Lakers and
80s.
84. 84. Yeah, 84. We didn't show anything in the spectrum when I went in the stands. No, it went to the 80s and showed the Lakers and the Celtics. And the episode titled, and don't be mad at me, was James Worthy starts out by saying, fuck the Celtics. And then the episode, that's what it was. It was fuck the Celtics. And then went on from there. And they had some fascinating things. And the one that was fascinating, I'm going to call Robert Parish on this, was the most fascinating thing about it. Robert Parish was talking about Larry Bird and Julius Erving when they had their fight. And they were standing there. He said, man, I was standing right there. And he said, I got to let you guys in on something. I didn't help Larry Bird. And it was a reason why. Because when I was trying to negotiate my contract about 3 or 4 years before, yeah, that's how it was. I tried to negotiate my contract 3 or 4 years before. There was a title that Larry Bird said, well, if Robert doesn't want to be here, then, hey, trade his ass and we'll play with who we got. And he said, I never forgot that. And he said, I sat right there and I watched. I didn't even try to. And it was a mother over the crowd, just like, ooh, it was so cold. So I got to talk to Robert about that. He said, I've never told anybody this. I'm saying it now on camera. This is why. And I wonder what Larry's going to
He sat on that.
Yeah,
for like 40 years.
Yes, he sat on it and mentioned it to HBO, and it was fascinating to see how the crowd responded, and just the whole series. And they talked about the Celtics, and it ended the way it was done so well. The way it ended was fascinating. Would take you to the next episode. It goes at the end. It was the Celtics were in 1986. Possibly the greatest team ever to play, which I still disagree with. And the reason I disagree, because if you're the greatest team ever, don't you win more than one championship? Don't you win more than one? I mean, what the Patriots have to do to try to be the greatest team ever? Win 17 games or whatever in a row? But neither here nor there, but they were talking about their team and how well they played. And they did play. They played great that year. And then it went from that to say how they got Len Bias. And talked about Len Bias for a minute, and and it was kind of coming to the close. And a guy, they showed Len Bias talking on draft day. He was in Boston, and then it went the next day. Showed this guy talking. He said, "My buddy called me, and he said, how do you like?" He said, "What do you think about Len Bias?" And the guy said, "Oh, Len Bias is going to be great with the Celtics." And then he said, "Len Bias is dead," and then it went to black. It was oh man.
You weren't on the Celtics when he passed, right? You were
no. I had traded by then. I had another portion there where they were talking, and Bill Walton was talking about how he apologized all the time to Cedric Maxwell, and whenever and it was real quiet. And every time I saw Max, I would apologize, and I couldn't help myself. I was a black person at a movie theater. When he said, I apologize to Cedric Maxwell all the time, I said, no, he didn't. people just bust
man ain't even here to say that back, man.
You know how black people get to a scary movie.
Oh, he was dying laughing.
Don't open that door, girl. No, go. Drive the car, man.
He ain't apologized to me. God rest his soul.
Yeah, so Bill had said that to me. He said, one time he had said, I wanted to apologize to Max because he gave his life for me, and I'd heard all that, but it was just so funny. But yeah, the documentary is going to be a pretty good one.
It's like 10 episodes, right?
Yeah, we just saw 2 of them. I think we saw Worthy when the Lakers beat us in 85, and then 86 the Celtics won, and the Rockets had beat the Lakers, and they didn't get together again. But
if you're like me, life gets busy, but eating well shouldn't have to be so complicated. That's why I love Factor. These chef-made meals are dietitian approved, and they make it so easy to stay on track no matter what's on my schedule. They arrive fresh, they're never frozen, and they are fully prepared. Just heat, eat, and enjoy in 2 minutes. And the taste? Honestly, I was blown away. The flavors are amazing, and with 40 meal options across 8 dietary preferences, there's always something new to try. My go-to is the Protein Plus meals, but if you're into keto, calorie smart, or vegan, Factor's got you covered. And if you're looking to lose weight, a clinical trial found that keto Factor meals can help you shed up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks. They even have smoothies, breakfasts, and snacks to keep you fueled all day long. So if you're ready to eat smart and save time, get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. So if you're ready to eat smart and save time, get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Just go to factormeals.com/boomertakes50off and use the code BOOMERTAKES50off. Trust me, this is one decision you won't regret taking from a boomer.
It was pretty fascinating to think about what's going to be after and what came before. Just those two teams and the dynamics of what was said. But the highlight to me was that whole Robert Parish line.
They actually, during the finals last year, I did an interview with them for 2 hours in Boston. And so I think you guys remember I covered the Celtics from 2007 to 2009, changed my career, covered them when they won a championship. Anything is possible. I'm standing right behind KG. I'll stay in the NBA annals because of that.
Both of us was standing there behind KG, and he said what he wasn't supposed to say.
You're supposed to say impossible is nothing.
Yeah.
You said everything is possible.
I remember the guy standing there. You got it, KG? You got it? You got that line? And he goes, anything is possible. And the guy looked, he's like, oh, gee.
Max had the poncho on.
It was the Adidas
guy.
Yeah,
we were both back there.
Right with him, like, oh,
hey, the funny thing, Max, was I wasn't supposed to be on the court, right? And so I tell young riders early in my career, I said I wanted people to get more familiar with my face and to see me and everything. So Joe Sway, you could use this. So anytime after a practice or if a player was standing up and there was a lot of cameras and we were interviewing them, I would always stand next to them.
Wow.
So when they were doing their interviews on the local news or on ESPN or something, you would see me.
I'm standing next to you in documentaries all the time.
I'm standing next to Garnett. I'm standing next to Ray, right? Like I'm getting TV time. I ain't talking, but I'm standing next to him. They're like, "Oh, we saw you on TV." So I didn't have the pass to get on the floor.
That's a black man's way to go, right there.
Yeah,
see me, man. I was right.
They're like, oh man, people are like, oh, I saw you next to KG. I was like, yeah.
Download the app and play $5 to get $50 instantly. Prize Picks. Run your game.